Hola amigos, ¿cómo están? I'm Diamond86 and welcome back to the channel. It is official, Eric Gutierrez is now a Chivahermano, Chivas player. It was announced about 3.5 hours ago now. I was at work at the time, so this is my first opportunity to make a video about it. As I stated in my previous video, we've signed him. Our interest in him was real. We signed him. I believe it's a 3-year contract with an option for a further year. I'm pretty sure it's 5 million USD, which is, like I said in my last video, an absolute steal, an absolute bargain for Chivas. We're so used to seeing Chivas overpaying for players. Um, and if Gutierrez was in Liga MX, then we would have had to pay maybe 3, maybe 4 times the price for him. So, absolute bargain. He's a European proven player. He's won the league in the Eredivisie with PSV. He's won 2 World Cups. Has been well documented. Um, yeah, I mean, obviously, you guys probably all know about the ins and outs of the move now, but I just want to get my reaction. My reaction is really obviously positive. Chivas absolutely need him. Our midfield's not too bad, to be honest with you. We've got Beltran, Pocho Guzman. But I think, I think Guti slots in there with those three, to be honest with you. I think we'll see Pocho play a little bit further forward. I think he's a bit more of a number 10 rather than number 8 or number 8 that we've been using him as. I think Guti will become our number 8. I think him and Beltran could form a really decent partnership. Beltran, I think, is going to learn a lot from Guti. And yeah, I think that's going to be our midfield three, to be honest with you. I mean, I'll be extremely surprised. People saying that Pocho will be dropped for him, there's no way. I mean, Pocho's our captain, and he's not going to get dropped for anything. So I think we'll play all three at the same time. And yeah, I mean, I'm really buzzing, to be honest with you. Like I said, it's really cheap for what Chivas usually would have to pay for him if he was in Liga MX, like I said. And some people say, well, you should have stayed in Europe. But yeah, I mean, I personally would have preferred, my main option would have been for him to stay in PSV. Um, um, but PSV looked very heavily like they wanted to get rid of him regardless. And I'm not confident that he would have gone to another club in Europe that's of a caliber of PSV's level. I didn't want him to go down to do a pepping, do a lower level Eredivisie team. I didn't want him to go to a lower level Spain or Segunda division or Turkey or Greece. I mean, Pineda's done really well in Greece, but why do that when you can come back to Chivas? Chivas, for all the banter and for all, our rival fans, what they say, Chivas is still a massive club, and every single Mexican knows how big Chivas is. Have we been successful of late? No, obviously not. But we came very close last season, and with players like Gutierrez coming in at a bargain price, he's going to elevate us. The gear has to be the ultimate objective now, and not just getting the gear anymore. We have to be aiming for the title, and this is the kind of move that proves that we're going for the title now, rather than just trying to get to the gear. The gear doesn't seem to be so much of an unobtainable goal for us now. It's more attainable than ever, in my opinion. There is still some moves that we should make. I'll go into that in a minute. But overall, Guti, I'm so happy, man. He's 28 years old. He's got a young family. He wants to come back to Mexico. He's done it in Europe. I mean, he's been there for 5 years. He's won. I think he won the league and I don't know what their version of the FA Cup is, but their domestic cup as well, I believe. Um, and he's played in the Champions League, he's played in the Europa League, he's played in the Conference League as well last season. So he's done Europe. Like, what more did you want from him? Do you want him to go to some lower league, lower level team somewhere in Belgium or something? Why would he want to do that? He's done it, in my opinion. Um, some people say that it hurts his national team chances. I don't think so. I think he's young enough now. He's still young-ish. I mean, he's 28. He's not too young, but he's young enough to get to the national team, at least in the B team. The Gold Cup team, for example. And I firmly believe if we win the league, if Chivas wins the league with Guti, then that helps him get into the national team again. I firmly also believe that we'll start seeing more Chivas players in the national team setup at least. Maybe not the ultimate first 11, but players like Portuguese man, Alan Mozo, maybe Beltran in a year or two, Guti again if we do well. I kind of want to include Wacho because Mexico is incredibly light on the goalkeeper front right now, and I think if Wacho gets us um, to the league, then why not? Why shouldn't he be involved in the national team? But I think we'll start seeing more Chivas players in the Mexican national team. But like I say, people say, "Oh, he's not going to play with the national team now because he's gone back to Mexico." Why wouldn't he? Like there are America players going to the national team. Why can't Chivas players do it if they win the league? If he proves himself and becomes one of the best players in the league, which he should, that's the downside for him. It's not downside. It's more a case of the pressure's on him now. He's at a big club in Mexico. Like Chivas are going to expect him to step up and to help us win the league. Um, and the media are going to be absolutely on him now because they probably already don't like the fact that he's gone back to Mexico. Some probably don't even like the fact that he's gone back to Mexico and gone to Chivas. I think if he'd gone to America or if he'd gone to one of the Monterrey clubs, then I think the media would have gone a little bit lighter on him. But he's under a whole heap of pressure now. He's got to perform game in game out. He's got to step up and land on his feet and start, you know, bringing his experience into the team. And he's got a lot of experience. He's got a lot to teach our younger players, and that's another thing I'm looking forward to as well. I'm really happy that he's going to be teaching Beltran. Hopefully, telling people like playing in the Champions League is like a dream. It's like the best thing ever, and try and persuade more Mexican players, more Chivas players to kind of really push for the European moves. So um, we've got a hell of a team now. Like I said previously, we're one piece missing now, and that's striker for me. Cisneros and Marin are probably going to be the starting strikers. Marin, I mean, obviously, he got the most goals in the expansion league last season, which is cool, I guess. Tapatio won that league, so I don't sniff at it too much, but um, he's not experienced in the senior league, and I think we need someone that is. And for me, it's Alan Pulido. I mean, I know that he's probably everyone's first choice. It would have been Chicharito, but obviously he's injured, and we don't know what's happening with him. But Alan Pulido, man, is killing it with Kansas City right now. He scored again the other day. I think he's got like 6 goals in 5 games or something stupid, and an assist as well, I believe. Um, Mate, he's killing it in the MLS, and I think he'll do really well leading our front line. If you had Pulido with Vega and Alvarado and Portuguese man number 10, and then obviously Beltran and Guti in midfield, and then Mozo in the right back, and whether it's going to be Wacho or Wally, I don't know. We've got a hell of a team. If we can get Pulido, for me that's the last bit of the puzzle, because obviously we've got JJ Macias coming back as well. You could argue we've got a little bit of depth there now. Cisneros and Marion may be able to offer something coming off the bench. Um, but it's a bit of a long shot whether we get Pulido or not, especially as we've just bought Guti, so we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, like I said, I'm really happy with it. I'm not going to try and make this video too long. I talked about it in the previous video, which is only about 3 days ago now. So I just want to say I'm really happy, and all the American fans and all the other um, rival fans, well, Kevin Alvarez went to America. Nobody said a peep about that, and he's young, and he should be going to Europe now. Guti's done Europe for me. He's earned the right to go, hey, you know what, I want to go back to Mexico. He didn't do what Hacha did and go to MLS, although, he did it for his family as well. But that move didn't do Hacha any good whatsoever. This move, Liga MX is harder than MLS. There's more pressure on him. There's more pressure on Chivas. Um, so he's not retiring by any means. If anything, he's going to be under more pressure at Chivas than he was at PSV, because at Chivas he's going to be scrutinised every single minute of every single game, to make sure that he proves himself and earns the right to come back to Mexico or whatever. I think if he had stayed in some backwater club somewhere at the bottom of a league in, say, Belgium or Turkey or something, then I think he would have gotten a less stick from the media. So he's taken a bit of a risk. He's taken a bit of a difficult route as well. He must know that he's going to be under scrutiny, and it's not a retirement for him. He's not coming to relax. He's not coming to an easier league. And it's a team that's on the up as well. We're not at the top of the table yet. We're not at the top of Liga MX right now. We're not at the top of Mexican football at the moment. We're heading that way. You have to agree with that, because we got third last season and we got runners up to Liga. So we've proven that we're on that, but it's maintaining that and building on that. And this is a move that does do that for me. So. Yeah, that's my argument for it. Let me know what you think about it in the comments. Do you think we'll get Pulido? Do you think we won't? And what do you think about our chances for the title? Because the new season starts like this week. So in a couple of days, actually. My mistake. I'm looking forward to that. So yeah, I'll do videos for every single game, as I'll try anyway, depending on my schedule. So yeah, I'm really happy about it. Welcome to the club, Guti. Love to have you here. Red and white stripes suits him. So, yeah, looking forward to seeing him play, and I'll see you guys very soon. Let me know in the comments what you think about the move and him, and yeah, we'll talk about it there. So, take it easy, guys. I'll see you guys very soon. Adios.